Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi.
Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi.
Dhammāṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi.
Dhammāṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi.
Saṅghāṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi.
Saṅghāṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi.
Dutiyampi Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi.
Dutiyampi Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi.
Dutiyampi Dhammāṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi.
Dutiyampi Dhammāṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi.
Dutiyampi Saṅghāṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi.
Dutiyampi Saṅghāṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi.
Tatiyampi Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi.
Tatiyampi Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi.
Tatiyampi Dhammāṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi.
To Ashram Pram, about Buddhayana Buddhist monastery, second time Western Australia, and also the spiritual director of Buddhist Society of Western Australia, and also our Prasadiks from Wat Peninsula, Rafi, Thailand, and our Reverend Lu Guang from Hua Yun Monastery, New Mexico, United States. Leader of Buddhist organization, member of Malaysian Buddhist Credit Society, member relative and friends, sponsor, donor, supporter, performers, and all the participants this morning for the MBCS, one way or another, to make this event a meritorious, meaningful and memorable one. May the blessing of the Triple Chant be with you and your family always. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Which comes first? Do you have to be successful before you are happy? Or do you have to be happy before you are successful? Or do they come together at the same time? And the research was so conclusive. It was clear that happiness comes first and success follows afterwards. It is happy people become successful, not the other way around. And that was wonderful news, because as parents, as friends or as teachers, we have to develop the happiness first, whether in our business or in our life, in our religion, in our monastery, even in the Malaysian Buddhist Cooperative Society. It is cooperative, so no arguments in this place. We have to cooperate, and we're Buddhists. Please remember that. And if we know that happiness comes first, we enjoy working for this society, we make wonderful friendships here, and you come here happily, you stay happily, and you leave with a smile on your face, then only then is this a successful society. It does not matter what your bank balance is. It does not matter how many funerals you arrange or how many people you counsel. What is more important, the bottom line, is the smile. So please remember what's important. If you cultivate that happiness, that fellowship, that togetherness, then your community, your society will be successful. But happiness has to come first, not success. Success will follow as an automatic result of having a happy group of people who work together in harmony. In the same way, we build a family that way too. The happiness of the children and the parents, the way we work together. I don't know if you know this old story. It's a very beautiful story from Singapore. about a child who was waiting for his father to come home from work. The child was only about 6 years of age. But as soon as his daddy came in, he said, "Daddy, how much do you earn every hour at work?" And his father said, "Don't ask silly questions, I'm tired." "Daddy, how many dollars do you earn every 60 minutes at work?" "I told you, be quiet," shouted father. "But Daddy, I only want to know how much you earn." "Shut up and go to your room." So the poor child had to go to his room. It was only because Daddy was very tired after a hard day at the office working. But after he'd rested, he felt very guilty. He shouted at his son and was angry at this little boy who was only 6 years of age. So he went to his boy's bedroom, let himself in, and apologized. "I'm sorry I scolded you. It was just because I was tired. And because I don't understand why would a 6-year-old boy want to know how much Daddy earns at work every hour. But if you'd like to know, I earn $20 every hour at work, okay?" And the child said, "Thank you, Daddy. Now, can I borrow $10, please?" And the father was about to get angry again. But he'd already scolded his son once, and he felt very guilty. He bit his lip and said, "I don't know what you want $10 for, but here you are." And he took $10 out of his wallet and gave it to his son. His son smiled at his father, reached under his pillow, and there was some coins and notes. He counted out $10 from his own money and $10 from his father, counted out $20 and gave it to his daddy, saying, "Here's $20, Daddy. Now can I have 1 hour of your time, please?" Do you understand that story? So that's encouraging people to serve and help, because this is a good society. That's why I came here today. And it does do a service for people. It's not here just to become a big organization. It's here to serve, to give. And especially in times which will come for each one of you, a time for a funeral service. And instead of having all those rituals which aren't meaningful at all, it's too often that people get very scared. They don't want to do things wrong. So that's why I wrote on the introduction there to say that the simple funeral services are the kindest, most loving, with the best calming outcome. Understanding that will give you courage not to waste your money on burning paper houses or paper Rolls Royces. Instead of doing that, you can, if you want to give a donation to a good cause, print Dharma books, something which will help other people, which your relation will feel much happier about. Caring for people so that your resources aren't wasted. When you do things like that, it's a proper Buddhist funeral, a good funeral. You're creating happiness in your community, and you're doing something your parents or the dead deceased person will be proud of. That's how we should do things. So understanding this, I give my full blessing to the movement of the MBCS into this new premises. May you grow and may you continue to serve for the happiness and the well-being of all Buddhists and non-Buddhists here in Malaysia, to be an example of how you can die with class and live well and be happy ever after. Thank you.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
have 3 birthday boys and 1 birthday girl. Oh, 2 birthday girls. Oh, 4. Wow, many too.
Both helps our deceased relatives and also helps ourselves. Sometimes people find it difficult to understand that how, when we make some good karmas and merits here, how that can help the people who have passed away. In order to understand the process by which deceased relations can partake of the merits we make today, I'd like to explain that in our modern age, some of our children may live in different parts of Malaysia or even in different countries of the world, as we send our children maybe to colleges or schools elsewhere, or sometimes they get a job and travel to different parts of the world. But you may have heard or experienced for yourself that if your son or your daughter is, say, in London and they have some accident or something is wrong, the mother and father here in KL know that something is wrong. Somehow or other, an accident happening in the other part of the world, you can feel it here in your heart as it happens. Votu Sukhita Hontu Yatayo Idam Yatina Votu Sukhita Hontu Yatayo Idam Yaranto Bodhiyamule Sakayana Nandiwadano Ewa Sumahoto Jatuye Pramute Pawantu Te Pawantu Sappamangkalang